You've worked with creators from various industries. Can you share some case studies or examples of content strategies that have yielded particularly strong results on LinkedIn? I love real world stories about entrepreneurs and creators who are being successful on LinkedIn. It would be great to hear a example of one of your clients who's really kicked it.
I can actually think of two clients. So the first client was actually my employer, Red Dot Advertising. So it's a growth marketing agency. I used to work with them. Now I work with them on a freelance basis. And so the strategy was, it was a brand new company, and the goal was to generate some inbound leads through content. So I worked with the co-founders in order to put together a content strategy so that they could attract their ideal customers. And so it was back in January 2022. I sat down with one of the co-founders, Pierre. So back then, I think he had about 500 followers, like not active on LinkedIn, just LinkedIn equals CV, like typical
Hmm.
profile. I started posting, and so for him, the first thing that we figured out was getting used to posting. For him, his biggest fear, he still had that block against posting and sharing his ideas. So for him, it was about getting him comfortable. So the first strategy was not to have any strategy, just like get used to the process of posting, and then once you're used to it, then you can start being more deliberate and focusing a little more. And so we did that for about a month, and then for him, it was about. Then what we did is that we identified the needs that we identify what problems the people we were working with had. What did they have in common? And so then we started addressing it in our content. So for example, we found out they had strategic problems. Like they had a product, they didn't know how to grow it. If they had a problem finding their target audience, they had problems building sales funnels, they had problems choosing between different acquisition channels. And so then we started creating all those content themes about different topics of growth marketing. And then we started declining it into like strategic and tactical levels. So for example, if you take the topic of LinkedIn ads, okay, so why should you use LinkedIn ads? What's a good LinkedIn ad strategy? So that would be more of a strategic topic. But then you can go more tactical and say like how to create LinkedIn ads for B2B fintech company. And then you can go into a case study. Is okay, you have a $3,000 budget. This is how you should set up your LinkedIn ads. So then you have different levels of content. And so in terms of metrics, so it's generated about, yes, multiple seven figures in pipeline. It's a seven figure agency now. And in terms of his personal brand, he went from 500 connections slash followers to about 45,000 and high quality marketing leaders in his niche. And he's getting about 2 to 3 inbound leads every single week.